Hello, it's your teacher Ricardo Martins, and we are here in our class of English travelers from California Cultural Center. So, let's start with that. Today we have a special topic. If we were traveling, for example, in a country that we don't know the language because they speak in English, and we need to take a taxi or call for a taxi, or we need a way of transportation to move to another place, what we are going to do, or what we will do, how we call the taxi, or how we do the things to move for one place to another, how we deal with this situation. In this class we are going to learn how to deal with this situation, with the taxi, or the movement of the steps that we need to do to find a solution of this. So let's start reading and understand the dialogue that will let us to understand and to learn how to call a taxi or call a way of transportation to move to another place, from a place to another. So let's start with that. For example, if you're traveling to an English speaking country for business or pleasure, you will likely use a taxi. Here are some useful words and phrases to help you enjoy a smooth ride. So, let's start here. Asking someone to call you a taxi. Would you call me a taxi, please? I am going to Gran Via, for example, your destination. Or, could you give me the number for a taxi service? So, look at the first questions are starting with would and could, as we do with the politely way of asking the things. So would you call me a taxi could be the first one to ask somebody to call you a taxi or to call you something. Okay, so the first way to do it is like that. Could you give me the number of a taxi service? Was the second question. That could be that somebody give you the number of a taxi service, and in that way you can call them. So the first one is someone need to call you to call you a taxi, and the next one is someone to give you the number to call a taxi. So you have the two options. If you ask for somebody to do the favor to call you the taxi, or you have a number, and then if you have the number you have to call the taxi by yourself. So let's continue with that. Calling a taxi yourself. When the dispatch operator answers you, will hear some like circle taxi, how can I help you? Or yellow taxi, where are you located? So simple questions. How can I help you is more open and ask you what they can do for you. And or yellow taxi, where are you located? If they go directly to ask you where are you located, it's like they want to know the place first, and then having the place they can go faster They can go faster to pick up you in the middle of the street or where you are. Okay? So, the second question is directly to know where are you. You will need to provide the address or where you are, your location, and where you are going, your destination. If you said where you are, that person will know where you are, and that will be your location, and where you are going to go, for example, your destination. So, for example, can I get a taxi to the airport? I am at the Crown Hotel. So, if you are in the Crown Hotel, you can get a taxi to the airport. So, you are asking to somebody to pick up you and leave you in the airport. Okay? Showing your location or showing something. So, in that case, you are saying the location perfectly, the airport. So, it's great. Questions for a taxi dispatch operator. Those questions are for the operator of the taxi. What will be, for example, can I schedule a taxi pickup for 5 a.m. tomorrow? If you talk about a schedule, what means a schedule? It's that you want to program the taxi in exactly time, maybe not at the moment. That would be schedule the taxi. If you don't want the taxi at the moment, you are going to schedule the taxi. So, those questions are for scheduling the taxi that you want to for tomorrow or after tomorrow, in the case that you want the taxi in another moment. So those questions are so important. If you need the taxi for tomorrow, you can go directly also to ask, can you pick up me tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning? So let's see the word pick up. If you want to pick up in English, if you want to say that somebody with a car or something, always in a way of transportation that is going to go for you, you talk about pick up. Pick up is the word to set that that person is going to go with the car, going to follow you or to look for you, and then they will going to move you to another place with the car. So in that case, you said pick up myself, or I am going to pick up you at whatever time. So that's the point, you use the word pick up. Is there a flat rate to the airport from here? That's important questions too, because there is a lot of airports that have a flat for everything. For example, Madrid airport has a flat to use the metro station and the Renfe station. The doors, or yes, the doors open if you paid an extra flat to go in. So it's a good question for the driver. That what will it cost me to go from my hotel to the airport? How long is the wait for a taxi right now? So you are asking for the cost of the travel, to move to another place to another, well, to one place to another. So that's an important question too. And how long will be the time to move? That's another important question. So those questions are really important, and make you your safe travel to go to one place to another. Let's continue with this in the next video, and thank you for coming today and following the class to know how to pick up a taxi or how to call a taxi in United States or in England or in other places that people speak English. So thank you for coming and have a nice day. Goodbye.